Well, that's shocking. These movies are movies and TV shows and shocking. But I just heard about the robot walking the street and everything. I said, wow, robot walking down the street. Wow. I saw the dog bot thing, but I said robot walking down the street. Wow, they said, yeah, battle bots. We got battle bots, robots fighting each other. Wow, robots battling and fighting each other. I believe it's up north. I was like, wow, they got robots battling each other. So they got the real metal bots out now. I said, wow. I thought about it. I said, man, what about if I just saw an awkward robot just walking around the street like that? How would I would have been? And I said, who robot is that? Who robot, man, how much is it? How much, I probably would have been shocked if I saw a robot walking around the street like that. And I heard a lot about the Space Force and all that kind of stuff. I've been keeping up with all the different Space Force and the different space missions, how they go on to different planets with different life, and how people are trying to donate specimens to just live on different planets and everything. I was like, wow. I said, wow, it reminded me of the H.G. Wells, the ELOI, the fathers of the ELOI, different time and space, different dimensions. Dry's quantum computer. That's all I see. And then I saw Jurassic Park. I said, wow. They got the dinosaurs back. Okay. I said, then they letting up now. They're saying, well, look, actual location. I said, why is the actual location? They putting the actual location out there. And I was like, wow, Akashi. Now I was like, why would they put the actual location out there? I was like, that's so scary. And then I looked at the video. I said, something like, they got tours of this place. I'm like, they got a tour of the place too. I said, man, robots. I said, man, that's the sixth day. You know, get your cheek on your phone, man. That's the sixth day right there. I said, okay, let me check it out. And I was like, and they said what they copied. They said we're gonna bring back mammoths. Bring back mammoths. Wow. I'll just see a mammoth just walking down the street, man. That's what I'll do. What I'll do. I'm just thinking right now. I just see a little bot just walking around the street, man. Just, hey, here's your mail. Here's your mail. What was this? A little bot outside? Wow. What's taking y'all so long to make them? Like, it seems like they can easily he's like a basic robot arms and basic robot arms. Like, what's taking on something like to put this little? Say, wow, I was like, what's next? You know, I'm keeping up with a little space program, and they trying to use the robots up in space, and then I'm keeping up with the Forest Space program, and they're trying to use the robots and the VR systems and robot drones and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, wow. How was that? It was at Jurassic Park. I said, what's this? I said, I grew up off of that. Now they actually showing actual location that was real and everything. I said, wow, what about the first one? How was it? How was it when y'all made the first one? Was it how long ago? You know, what have y'all done so far? But that's shocking. The battle bots, middle bots program. I guess they're trying to have the young ones learn more about robot building by making these little robots so they can just learn how to make them better, I guess. But the situation is shocking. It's shocking to me. Space Force, Force Space, Jurassic Park, Metabots, and it's like this is like the Twilight Zone right now. Everything that I watched on a science fiction movie, actually get a chance to actually look and see how I actually look in real time. And I was like, wow. I wonder what's next. I wonder what else they're gonna put out. And I'm watching the Wi-Fi and everything, and I'm watching how the Wi-Fi is messing with everybody, and then I'm watching how people switch up people on just the Wi-Fi alone. I'm like, what's going on? Does the Wi-Fi be just switching up the people on just the Wi-Fi alone? Uh, like I said, I made another video, but I didn't put it out. But it was like, man, I'm watching these little big, big big theme park Wi-Fi systems, and I'm watching what's going on with them, and I'm like, wow, these Wi-Fi's are all the way down the line, and I'm watching it, the digital center package Wi-Fi systems and everything, and that's the biggest thing I noticed. I'm like, whoa, the train's like, hey sir, you heard that? You heard that? Yep. Tiger and leopard just died. Tiger and leopard just died. What do you mean Tiger and leopard just died? Yeah, but Tiger and leopard just died. And later on, Tiger and leopard haven't even got her yet. The attraction just opened. Tiger and leopard even got. Yep, Tiger and leopard just died. We heard. Yep, we heard. Check it out. Okay, Tiger and leopard's coming. Everybody, bring the Tiger and leopard in. Well, they just got here, but how y'all know? I said, wow, they know the Tiger and leopard dead already. You hear that? The Wi-Fi, you hear that? Tiger and leopard's dead. Might as well find another one. I said, wow. Wow, y'all know ahead of time? What do y'all do? Do y'all try to go and outsmart the Wi-Fi system or something? But yeah, that's shocking, you know. That's all I thought about the H.G. Wells time machine and time and space, father of the ELOIs. And that's all I thought about. With the Kashi records and connecting with those on there, connecting to those on there, to walk my way back into the belly and be chilling in the belly. Chilling in the belly with the mom's water, mom's food, mom's natural life, and then just leave the belly just acting the same, just to myself, to my artwork, to what I do. But that is shocking. That Jurassic period, wow. They actually have a location. And it actually, like, when I saw the tour, I said, they have a tour. You know, I saw they had a quantum computer tour. So I said, wow, a dry ice computer, wow. Fascinating. But peace, love, kindness. I got you. I'll be back.